Alright. Are we working? Oh, I forgot to adjust. I forgot to adjust. Oh no. Adjusting. Oh. I need to brush my hair before I do these streams. Okay. Howdy everybody, it's me, Stecky. And thanks for tuning in to... oh dear. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. This is gonna take a sec. I need to adjust things, before I begin here. Do. There we go. That's a little better. Okay. Thanks for tuning in to episode 2 of A Date in Time. So, today... Today we're going to do the Conductor's route. Oh, I forgot about this. So I just watched a really infuriating video of something that seriously ticks me off. So I figured, you know, I'd hop on here and play through one of these, make myself happy again. So what's my name? We've seen this before. I'm a she. I'm always going to enter this in because, you know, just to get myself used to it. I know this game is more than 2 years old, but I really wish they would keep adding to it. I noticed that the Discord server to the community for this game, the link to it was broken. It was expired, I think is what it's called. I'm gonna go ahead and skip all this dialogue. I'm gonna introduce myself to everyone, however... I'm going to add a save slot. Okay. At the end of this party... The birthday party from the last episode, so that I do not have to go through all this again. Mafia boss, I forgot about him. His route was my favorite by far. I'm replaying routes that I have already played now. I might end up doing everyone's route just because I like this game so much. I think I've spoken to everyone here. I talk to myself so much when I play these that I just feel like I've already recorded myself doing the Conductor's route. Okay. Save in this slot. Okay. Who will I choose? Well, I did Bow Kid for my first 2 routes. And then I did Hat Kid for the Mafia Boss route, which I did 3rd. I didn't do Hat Kid for the Conductor, so let's do that. Back to where we were. You point at Hat Kid. I pick you then. You're the one so insistent on this, so... Hat Kid's eyes light up.
Don't you worry, Faith. You won't regret it. You'll be the happiest space traveler ever when I'm done with you.
Voice acting. You aren't sure what to think of all this. Alright.
Okay, so now we just need to decide where we're going. Here, I drew you pictures of where you can go. I even added who will be there. So take your pick.
I might make different choices depending on what the dialogue goes through. I might make different choices than what I did before as my brain wanders everywhere. Depending on what happens, I'm not actually sure. I picked Dead Bird Studio. I'm down to watch some movies. Hat Kid smiles at you and gives you a thumbs up.
I thought you'd pick there. It's kinda a super hectic, but also really fun.
Hat Kid's face turns smug and she elbows you mischievously.
So, who caught your eye, Faith? Was it the conductor or DJ Grooves?
You cross your arms, staying quiet. Hat Kid shrugs. This music. I'm in like a hyper mood, and I'm not sure why.
Well, it was worth a try.
You watch as Hat Kid strolls to your teleporter and keys in some complex coordinates. Hold on. I wish the top chat told me who all was there. Oh, frick. There we go. You watch as Hat Kid strolls to your teleporter and keys in some complex coordinates, concerned about how skilled with technology she is. Maybe she's from a species that ages slowly. Or she's just a genius.
Hop in, Faith!
You stand beside Hat Kid in the teleporter and whoosh away with a mechanical whir to the busy movie studio below. I love the artwork in this game. I mentioned this before, but I do love it. You find yourself in a shiny, fancy lobby. There's strange birds all over the place, with the smell of automatic air freshener and sounds of activity. But I'm never going to be able to speak properly while reading this in games like this. I'm really not. And sounds of activity behind two large doors.
Welcome to Dead Bird Studio. Let's make some movies.
You nod. Yeah, let's.
Hey, since I've been here before, why don't you take the lead? Don't worry, I'll stay nearby.
Sounds like a plan. So you'll just let me explore at my own pace?
Yep. I'll try to stay out of your way outside of some help here and there.
Okay. Your companion shuffles behind you to let you lead the way. You pace around, seeing that there are several people in the lobby. There are two large doors shut tight while a large bird stands behind the receptionist desk, looking bored. On one side, there are several owls. They look like owls in hats, sitting on benches, one of them reading a newspaper. On the other side, there are several penguins in cool hats, snapping in perfect unison. They seem uncaring towards your sudden appearance in the studio. I originally spoke to the receptionist, but I'm gonna talk to the owls. The owls are so fluffy. It's me, I'm the protagonist. I have to talk to them and maybe awkwardly be like, "May I touch? May I pat your shoulder gently and friendlily?" Hey there! Oh, they do have artwork! I didn't know that they would have artwork for these guys. The owl jumps in surprise, clearly not expecting you. He breathes a sigh of relief. He's so cute. I read a fanfiction where one of the express owls was named Oliver, and I was like, that name fits! I think it was the exact same fanfiction where the conductor's real name was Amos. I screamed when I read his name was Amos. I thought it was like canon. Oh, we've got more spam. He breathes a sigh of relief. Oh, you scared me. Hello there. You look new around here. What's your name? Sorry for scaring you. I'm Faith. It's alright. I just thought you might be the conductor. He's been in a really bad mood lately. Really? Is it more of a stubbed his toe bad mood, or became a laughingstock online bad? You remember how loud the conductor was. You can't imagine how loud he gets when angry. A little more of the latter, with a bit of wanting everything to be perfect and a lot of screaming. You get used to it eventually. Anyway, I'm one of the express owls. I stay around here because Well, I ride on the Owl Express, the conductor's train. It's a common nickname. He also makes us act in his movies during the trips. Oh, yeah, he's a movie director too, isn't he? Is it fun? Being in movies, I mean. The Express Owl looks a little disconcerted. It's fine. Look on his face tells you that it really is not fine. Not at all. Also, makes them act? What's wrong? Is the conductor really strict? You could say that. The Express Owl turns back away, looking more nervous than before. You decide to leave him alone. Hopefully the conductor hasn't given these poor owls too many headaches. I'm gonna talk to the penguins too, but I know they're gonna be mean to me. These penguins. They look so jazzy in those hats. Look at them snap in perfect sync. The amount of coolness coming from these birds is so strong that you're completely unable to resist the urge to go over there and talk to them. That would be the opposite for me. I would be like, ooh, they're really cool, they're awesome, I can't possibly be seen next to them. Hi there. They look at you but say nothing at first. You open your mouth to greet them again when one of them, the penguin closest to you, cuts you off with a curt reply. Hey, don't come any closer, pal. Unless you're here to join the DJ Grooves fan club, take a hike. Fan club? DJ Grooves has his own fan club? He must be pretty famous then. Are you kidding? He's not just famous, he's an A-list celebrity superstar. How many of DJ Grooves' movies have you seen? None. I'm kinda new to this planet. You get the feeling this penguin is giving you a long stare underneath their hip sunglasses. But they look really cool, and I thought DJ Grooves also seemed nice when we hung out, so I came here to check some out and maybe say hi. Wait, you've met him? The penguins all stop snapping in unison and look at you with surprise. You suppose the director hasn't told his crew about you since the party. I think we got off on the wrong foot. We're the Moon Penguins. We help DJ Grooves make his movies. He works hard and... Oh, I didn't read the rest of that. And we're a little overprotective sometimes. My bad. It's fine. Nice to meet you guys. Same to you. Talk to the receptionist if you're looking for DJ Grooves. He might be able to help you out. Thanks, I will. Now I'll talk to the receptionist. I haven't seen that dialogue before because I just went straight to the receptionist in my first playthrough. Hard at work at the center desk is a large, somewhat built owl looking at the front side of a monitor. His expression just reads, "Why me?" You don't hear any noise coming from the computer, but whatever it is, you can tell it's not good. This guy looks like he needs someone to talk to. Hi. Are you alright? The owl notices both you and your wing kid's presence now and turns away from his computer for a minute, relieved to now be focusing on something else. A fresh face and an old one too. How are you, little chirper? Your younger friend walks to the desk and looks up at the receptionist, smiling back at him. Her face just barely peeks out over it. She's so adorably tiny.
I'm showing my new friend Faith here around the studio. I thought we could check out the filming going on right now and say hi to the conductor and DJ Grooves.
Upon hearing this, the receptionist's friendly smile goes back to the way it was, frustrated, while taking a quick glances back at the screen. I'm not sure if today would be a good day to do that. Those two are in the middle of filming for the annual Bird Movie Awards again, and... You suddenly hear a loud yet distant slam coming from DJ Groove's door, followed by a muffled, Who the peck did you just say, you afro-headed buffoon?" from the other. The entire lobby goes dead silent, with the intimidating sounds of approaching footsteps contrasting the calm, waiting music. The receptionist looks at the monitor again and puts an annoyed wing to his face, letting out a groan. "We've got a level 3, everybody. I'd recommend earplugs. It seems like it's gonna last a while." Both the owls and penguins all reach into their pockets and pull out earplugs, tightly inserting them before going back to their business. Despite everyone else looking calm about this, you can't help but be a little scared. Level 3? What the heck is that? Why is everyone so relaxed? You're about to turn to your wing kid to ask, but she's putting in earplugs as well. As she sprints to the corner of the room, you can't help but look at her and mouth, "Why?" as she leaves you to the upcoming Scream Fest. She just shrugs. "Oh, looks like you don't have any earplugs. Sorry, there's no extras. Come on over here, at least you won't be right between them." The receptionist hands out a wing to you as the yelling gets closer. You feel like you're in the middle of a horror flick, and you definitely don't want to be the first victim that dies a stupid death. Taking his wing, you fumble over the reception desk and hide behind it like a blast shield as the two studio doors slam open, both directors marching towards each other and beginning a shouting match. "You filthy peckneck! How dare you do this, insulting my movies in the papers? Do you have any idea how much this'll tank our ratings?" "I could say the very same about you, Conductor darling, spreading lies about my movies and how they're made. Even I didn't think you could sink so low. I mean, stealing disco balls? You know just as well that I make my own from scratch, and they're beautiful, darling." Oh, press the wrong key. It quickly becomes hard to pick up exactly what it is they're shouting about, since not only are they trying to talk over each other, your ears are also starting to ring. Is it seriously like this every day? You glance up at the receptionist, who is looking back with a pitying expression, like seeing somebody yell at their dog and feeling bad for the poor pet. I was just reminded of the thing that pissed me off in the first place. Moving on! Maybe you can just wait it out? You want to say hello, but you're honestly afraid to jump in while they're still going at it. This gum under the desk looks intriguing. 5 minutes later... "Oh, go choke on your mama's worms! Why don't you stick your platform shoes where the sun don't shine then?" Huh, so there's about 50 tiles down there, and one of them is off-colored. 10 minutes later... "Oh, please! I know for a fact that the janitor hates cleaning up your awful messes much, much more. 17 boxes of rations on the wall, 17 boxes of rations. Take one down, pass it around." 20 minutes later. "And don't even get me started on the way you drink your tea, you filthy, featherless fraud." Yeah, okay, you've had enough. These two have been at it for way too long, and you feel like if you have to sit through another minute of this, you're going to need to learn sign language. Which on its own wouldn't be a bad thing, but you get the picture. Oh, piss. Well, last time I did both of you shut up. I'm gonna do it again. Both of you, shut up, you bird brains! The two birds jump in surprise when they see you, both because you were hiding behind the desk and the only one that chose to interrupt them. "Faith, is that you?" "Faith, darling, what are you doing here? And why are you behind the receptionist's desk?" Upon being mentioned, said receptionist takes out his DBS-grade earplugs and addresses the yellow bird and penguin. "She got here a while ago, right before you two started arguing again. Also," he checks his watch and then a piece of scratch paper. "Huh, you almost beat your record. Just a few more seconds and we would have broken it." An express owl in the back yells to one of the moon penguins. "I told you it wouldn't happen, Marianne. You owe me that 30 pawns." "Oh, hush, it's gonna happen one day soon, I know it." The receptionist coughs to call attention back to him and continues. "We were out of earplugs too, so she had to listen through the whole thing. Hope you're proud of yourselves." Although he seemed ashamed before, the penguin suddenly has a flash of inspiration on his face. Before the conductor can start ranting again, Grooves cuts in and steps towards you with a paper in his hand. "Then you agree with me, right? What the conductor said about me was unfair?" The conductor, almost offended, jumps in as well. "Oh, no, you don't, ye. Whoa, 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 wait. You put a hand up to both of them, wanting anything but for them to start yelling again. Look, I lost the ability to hear properly when Groove started arguing that yellow is so not the conductor's color, but from what I understood, it's something about a paper? And one at a time, please. Both directors, holding papers in their hands, take a step forward at the same time, then freeze and scowl at one another when they notice the other doing the same. All right, I'm done. I'm going on break. The receptionist leaves through a small door on the side of his desk and heads out to the front, grumbling about how he's not paid enough for this. Same, dude, same. You can't help but feel his pain. This game gets me. Now, since a bit of an incident a few years ago, we here at the studio have been running low on staff. So I put an ad out in the papers. However, the conductor turns to Grooves and scowls once more. Not only did this pankneck copy my idea, he slandered the good name of me movies. Look. The yellow bird hands you a newspaper, pointing down to 2 ads for DBS right next to each other. One from him, one from Grooves. The one from him reads, "Become part of the greatest movies of our time. Join us at Deadbird Studios today." Asked to speak with the conductor upon applying. Not DJ Grooves, who has been known to steal disco balls for his sets. Meanwhile, the one from Grooves says, "Join Deadbird Studios and take part in making movie magic. Come for the movies, stay to create them." To apply, just ask for DJ Grooves and not the foul-mouthed train crasher conductor. Wow. I'm gonna pick something different this time. I'm gonna pick, are the disco balls really stolen? Because if it were me in this situation, I would not believe that he actually crashes trains. Like, stolen disco ball. Let me just die. I would believe that, like, over this man crashes trains. This man steals disco balls. Which is more believable, you know? I'm gonna ask if the disco balls are really stolen, whereas earlier I asked that's quite the coincidence. Are Groove's disco balls really stolen? No, they are not. I dumpster dive for them, darling. There's a difference. That ain't stealing, it's taking trash and making it art. Thief! The penguin becomes a bit red in the face, then waves the other bird off. But that's besides the point. These two are very immature. It's almost like watching 2 children call each other names. The argument doesn't even seem like it's going anywhere. It's pretty sad that you feel like you're babysitting 2 grown men who might even be older than you. How does age work in this galaxy again? Okay, so you both put out an ad for new hires. Have either of you gotten any calls? Both directors practically mimic the other's movements as they put a hand to their face and sigh. Only a few, nothing much. The ones who did call can't even act. True, and with the high standards for the lasses set for our movies, it ain't a walk in the park to find someone as talented as... Both of their eyes blink open wide, a look of realization washing over their faces. In the back, you could swear you heard a triangle dinging. The 2 birds look up at you without moving. They then glance at each other, then back to you, then back to each other. Then, barely a second later, both are shoving the other out of the way while trying to scramble over the desk to get to you. Will you work for me? You can have a lead role in me next movie. I'll make you the star of mine. I'll give you creative direction. I'll let you take breaks anytime you want. Dental! Health insurance! You fall backwards and push yourself against the wall from the shock of these 2 scrambling to get to you first. Why do they have to be so intense? Even when you're clearly scared, they're still going at it. Absolutely fed up with their fighting, you put an end to this by standing up and putting your hands out to the 2 of them, calming the ravenous filmmakers. Please, whatever's going on, just stop! The desperation in your voice is clear as both birds freeze, realizing what they're doing and toning it down a notch. What the hell? There's a cat scratching somewhere. Tigress, what are you doing? What are you doing? Little one? Little one? Better not be pooping back there. My cats are dumb. The conductor straightens out his cap and Groove smooths his jacket, a look of embarrassment on their face. Should say faces. First of all, please never do that again. Second, why do you want me to work for you? Surely by now the lasses have told you about starring in our movies, right? Oh fuck, didn't read the rest of that. They managed to make our movies blockbusters, darling. Some of the best in the entertainment industry. We haven't been able to replicate that since. And since you're a friend of the Hat and Bow lasses, you might be a great help to our projects. Alright then, out of all the things you weren't expecting to happen today, this was not one of them. You came to Deadbird Studio to meet up with the directors. You certainly were not expecting them to basically fight over you. Still, it sounds like a good offer, albeit a slightly selfish one. You're a fan of movies and do have fond memories of being in that improv group for a few weeks. As you contemplate your decision, a bit of movement from the edge of your eye catches your attention. Back in the corner of the lobby, you spot your wing kid waving her arms frantically, pointing at the two and mouthing something you can't understand. The universal sign of "go for it." Alright, I admit I'm not into what just happened, but working on your movies sounds pretty interesting. I can't promise I'll be of much help, though. Both of the birds' expressions light up like a fireworks show. In the corner, your wing kid gives you a thumbs up, a nod, and a fist pump. Oh, thank you so much, darling. I promise you won't regret this.
Excuse me? Who said she was working for you?
Wait, what? I'm sorry? The directors seem puzzled at first, but then remember that you're new in town. They look between each other again with a newfound uncertainty that doesn't sit well with you. Wait, I don't understand. Can't I just work for both of you? Grooves looks at you with pity, like you're a child that doesn't know how the world works and just asks for everyone to get along. People should get along! Get along with your peers! And superiors! And inferiors! Get along! I'm sorry, that was really weird. Ah, that's right. I guess since we're in the same studio, it would seem like that, eh? You see, darling, if you haven't figured it out by now, the conductor and I aren't exactly business partners. Long story short, we didn't ask to share this studio, but had no choice. We've tried working together before, and, well... Both of them shudder, recalling something painful, and zone out for a few seconds. Don't they know other people can't see their flashbacks? I just noticed that DJ Groove's eyebrows are actually changing. I haven't seen the conductor's expression change, but DJ Groove's just raised an eyebrow, I think. They shake their heads, erasing the memory like an Etch-a-Sketch drawing. Not only that, when the lasses worked for us, they didn't exactly make the competition fair. So it'd be better for everyone if ye only picked one of us. No pressure. There it is. There's the catch. There's always a catch. This time, there just wasn't a contract to read the fine print on. We'll get to that later. You groan, putting your head in your hands and rubbing your face a bit. These two. You've never seen any two people be so angry at each other. Even now, you still have a headache from their fight. Noticing your frustration, the conductor steps forward to the desk and leans over it like an attorney about to present his case. Look here. I promise that if you work for me, I won't give you as much of a hard time. If you like, I can give you a lead role. It might get a little intense, but I'm sure you'll enjoy yourself. Or I could make you the villain if you prefer. We're doing a movie about a gunslinger vigilante in the Old West. An Old West movie, huh? Well, we're doing the conductor's route, so I want to be a cowboy, baby. Although he doesn't understand the joke, the conductor smiles at your eagerness. I'm glad you got so much enthusiasm. We could use that on set. Ah, Pistolato 7, Didn't realize it's been a year already. The end of the conductor's mouth twitches a bit, but he tries to keep his composure, most likely to not accidentally scare you off. Although, to be honest, it's still pretty effective at doing so. With a confident smirk in the yellow bird's direction, the penguin steps forward and addresses you as well. Darlin', if you'd rather do something more original, I can offer you a spot on our crew for Disco Stars. It's about an interstellar dance competition between worlds. We're already nearly done with production. We won't put you through too much work if you're not up for it. I can't promise you the lead role this time around, but I can for our next movie if you stick around. A dancing movie, huh? I don't like dancing. I suck at dancing, and I can't dance with people around. I can't. Like, I can flail my arms and be weird, but I can't dance. Sorry, I don't like dancing. What's the matter, darling? 2 left feet? I could always give you lessons if you need 'em. That's nice of you to offer, but I'm still really not sure. You can tell Groove seems disappointed regardless, even if he's trying his best not to show it. Yeah, if you ain't blinded by the lights and need to go to the hospital. You swear you can see Groove's eyes widen and glare at the conductor beneath his star-shaped sunglasses. Still, he does the same as the conductor and tries to keep a calm composure. Now, darling, I'm not gonna try and influence your decision, but just know that I'll have medical on standby if you get caught in another of the conductor's crashes. Another? Well, I can have the owls clear away the crowds if you get trampled like the lasses did. Trampled? Both directors have unnaturally large smiles while glaring daggers at the other. The aura these two are giving off now is much more powerful than when they were just yelling at each other. The express owls and moon penguins, who have been watching this whole time from the back, are taking refuge behind desks and pieces of newspaper. Some have even ran for the exit, with your wing kid directing them out like a soldier assisting refugees. So, darlin', what's your choice? And remember, no pressure! These 2 birds are speaking through gritted teeth, constantly looking between the other and you. You really wish that this wasn't this complicated. When you first came into DBS, you wanted to get to know both of them a bit more, hang out on the side while they direct. Maybe you wanted to be with one more than the other, but still. On the one hand, there's the conductor's offer. His movies sound kind of crazy, and the train crash part added on by Grooves didn't help matters. It sounds like it'll be somewhat dangerous, and you'll probably have to be careful about what you'll do. But it'll be satisfying when all is said and done. Also, you'll get a dental plan, which is very much appreciated. Meanwhile, Groove's offer sounds somewhat toned down compared to the Yellowbirds. Although the whole mobbed by crowds things makes you uneasy, he gives off a calming, carefree vibe. It feels like if you join Grooves, you could be comfortable being yourself. Making his movie sounds like it would be fun and not too challenging. Along with health insurance, which is always a plus. The sheer amount of intensity in this one decision makes it clearly makes it the most important one you'll make in your entire life. Ever. The only thing left to do now is choose. If I die in a train crash, at least it'll be quick. I'm gonna don the cowboy hat. You turn to DJ Grooves and look him in the eyes with a friendly smile. DJ Grooves, your movie sounds like a blast. His eyes light up and DJ Grooves opens his mouth to say something. But the truth is, I've always wanted to be in a Western. Best of luck with your movie. You wish him well as you turn to the conductor, who seems to be oozing with pride. DJ Grooves gasps in shock behind you. I'm just reminded of that meme where conductor's like, "Peck!" and DJ Grooves is like, "Oh," and he is covering Hat Kid's ears. Darling, you have no idea what you're getting into. You made a good choice, Faith. I'm the winner of many a Bird Movie Awards, and for a good reason. Now follow me, me new star actor. Let's get you introduced to the sets. The conductor starts to lead you away, but DJ Grooves puts a hand on your shoulder to stop you, sweat pouring down his face. Darling, please, I'm begging you, reconsider. You can be a real star with me, darling, not some one-hit wonder. The conductor whirls around and gets into DJ Groove's face again, growling with anger. Oi, piss off! The lassie over here made up her mind. Oh boy, this looks like another fight brewing. Use diplomacy. You get between the two birds and give DJ Grooves the most sympathetic smile you can muster. Anything to avoid another shouting match. Your ears can't take another one. Listen, I really do appreciate the offer, Grooves, but I've made my choice. Please, just let us go. We have a movie to make. DJ Grooves looks at you with a disappointed sigh. Well, darling, don't say I didn't warn you. DJ Grooves leaves with his moon penguins, exiting to his side of the studio. No, he clearly went left. Left is conductor's side? Get it right, game. Your little pal gives you a thumbs up and a grin for your job well done. The express owls nearby look relieved too. Now, how about that wee tour of the studio? The conductor leads you through the left pair of double doors to his half of the studio, where you find yourself at his first film set. There are props of horses and cacti, along with pieces of cowboy and bandit costumes all over. You can see the background of the set they film on and find yourself in awe at all this shiny equipment. My brain is filled with memes. I'm just seeing that meme with my mom looking at a meme and it's SpongeBob squinting really hard. Wow. Impressive, ain't it? All of our equipment is state of the art. Yeah, so what was the part you needed again? You're looking at the costumes, lost in thought. They're very charming. You've always wanted to be a star. Well, depending on how well you can act, I'm gonna need an entertaining villain. Silver Star, the meanest gunslinger in the West, notorious for robbing trains. But at the very least you could play a minor role. I want to say I'll give it a shot, but I want to be honest here, but I also want to impress him, so... Oh, his shoes. He tiny, he small. I'm sorry, don't hurt me. Heck yeah. I'm gonna be the Silver Star, baby. Gahaha! Now that's the spirit. Enthusiasm makes for good acting. With that, the conductor proceeds to show you around his sets, pointing out all the equipment around and what it does. Time seems to fly by as the hours pass and it gets late. Before you leave to go home, however, the conductor stops you in the lobby. Well, that's it for the sets. Meet me tomorrow on the Owl Express and we can start talking about your acting. Okay, see you then. Ugh! I'm sorry for shifting positions so much. I'm sitting on my foot and it's hurting. You teleport back up to your ship and make your way to bed, curling up under the blankets and relaxing. Things seemed a little scary and unpleasant at first, but it actually seems really fun. Maybe meeting Hat Kid has made your life take a turn for the better after all. You truly hope it has. That's a lot of progress. That's more than I had before. Today you're going down to discuss your acting career with that owl? Hawk? What kind of strange bird was he anyway? Maybe you should ask someone.
Good morning, Faith.
Gah! Sheesh, kids these days.
There's someone I want you to meet.
Alright. Hat Kid takes your hand and leads you to a strange, glitching entity with a staff. Hello, you may call me the badge seller. It is nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Normally I sell badges, but the hatted child here bought them all. However, since you are looking to befriend someone, I will help you instead. How so? You're curious. You already have one wingman. Are they going to follow you too? I can offer you hints on how to get close to different people and find secrets. I'll stay on your ship so that you may visit me at the start of each of your days. I see. Would you like a hint?
Yes, please.
The conductor is very confident in himself, a trait he values significantly in others as well. Show him that you have the courage and self-assurance necessary to keep up with his tenacious spirit. All right, thanks. Please, feel free to come back for more hints later. The badge seller walks away, leaving you and Hat Kid to your business.
Are you ready to go and meet the conductor? I've got the teleporter's coordinates set for the Owl Express. It'll beam us right into one of the coaches.
Oh, yeah. One thing though, what even is...
Great, let's go!
Hat Kid rushes off to the teleporter, leaving you in her dust. Guess you can just ask later. Hold up, wait for me! You follow after Hat Kid and step into the transporter while she checks the coordinates.
Okay, this'll be fine.
There's no time to ask just what is going to be fine. Hat Kid switches on the transporter and sends the two of you down to the planet. Once you arrive, you see there's a good reason as to why Hat Kid was doubting herself.
Looks like the coordinates were a little off. No worries, we're still on the Owl Express. We're just not as close to the engine as we should be. It's a straight shot ahead. The traps and obstacles should be disabled.
Do I even want to ask?
We'll have to be careful not to be seen by any of the owls that ride the train, though. They might throw us off. And I mean that literally.
She looks to the side with a cheeky smirk on her face. You're lying. That smirk isn't convincing.
Hey, did you know I starred in a movie once? It was called Murder on the Owl Express. Someone actually got murdered on set and the conductor decided to make it into a movie.
Well, that's not concerning at all.
Nope, I confessed to the murder even.
You actually went and killed somebody?
Yeah, I stabbed them in the back with a knife.
You're looking very nervous at this point. This child casually goes and says she stabbed someone like it was no big deal. On top of that, the murder was made into a movie? Are you saying the conductor did nothing about that? He was just fine with you killing someone on set?
Yeah! Well, not exactly. He told the victim that they had to clean up the ketchup they spilled all over the floor. That was it, though.
What a grim sense of humor. Unless... The victim was never dead, were they? It was all a huge act.
Now you're starting to get it.
Get what, you wonder? As the two of you chat, you and your little buddy move ahead to an empty room with a chalkboard and bookshelves. Curiously, there's nobody around.
The other movie might have had a different plot, but I got curious and pulled a chain. Turns out that was the train's self-destruct mechanism. It was going to explode if I didn't get to the front in time. The conductor was very serious about it. The owls on the train were freaking out, and there were so many lava traps and buzzsaws. It was like the conductor didn't want me to succeed.
Sounds intense, but obviously you had to, or else there wouldn't be a train for us to teleport to.
Movie sets are a wonderful thing, Faith. The conductor would never blow up his train, though. It's his baby.
You opened the door to the next train car and walked straight into another person. They seem to be some sort of blackbird in a trench coat and a nice hat. Halt, criminal! We express owls do not take kindly to strangers on our train. It poses a major security risk, and we do not like to risk security. Are they calling themselves an owl? They look more like a crow. And who are you? I am a member of Crow Agent Watch, a team of perfectly normal express owls that guard this train. The Caw agent looks between you and your little buddy, recognizing her but not you. Ah, yes, the great Express Owl detective. I have not seen you in a long time. Do you know what this criminal is doing on board the Owl Express?
She's a friend of mine.
A friend of the detective? This is interesting news. However, we must take her to the conductor to see what he wants to do about her. She does not have a ticket to board the train. But she doesn't either. She is our official Express Owl detective. She does not need a ticket. You glance at Hat Kid, who smiles at you and gives a thumbs up.
Go on, Faith. The conductor is a totally cool guy. He'll understand.
He's not going to throw me off the train, is he?
Hopefully not. Just explain the situation.
Perfect. Great advice. Thanks, kid, you sarcastically think. Come along, criminal. You will meet the head of the train. He is quite loud, but otherwise still very loud. He will want to hear your reasoning for stowing away. Hopefully you don't have plans to damage his train. No, I came here with a detective. I have no reason to sabotage the conductor's train. Then you should have nothing to worry about. The CAW agent begins to escort you through the train and its dining room. While we are taking a considerable amount of time to get to the front of the train, can you tell me why you were stowing away if it was not of ill intent? Well, you see... Why are you here? I love the sections with the crows. Last time I took, at least 5 minutes to figure out what I wanted to say. This time I'm going to say... Why am I here? I see. This answer will be... I'm so sorry. This answer will be Hachu! This game has succeeded in making me happy. This answer will be strictly confidential and most definitely not be shared with anyone else. Why do you get the bad feeling that this will absolutely be shared with others? Also, for purely curiosity's sake and not at all for personal profile building purposes, what is your favorite color? Blue. I see. Yes, it suits you. And lastly, what do you think of the conductor's train? All answers are collected anonymously. It's really cool. Understood. Thank you for answering the Owl Express questionnaire. You arrive at the front of the train to see the conductor before the CAW agent leaves. What? Oh, it's you. Hello again. What was your name? Faith? Yeah, that's it. Ah, got a good memory for an old coot, eh? I'm just kidding. I ain't that old. But where are me manners? He's not as loud or angry as Hat Kid and the crew said he... What the peck are you doing on me train? Scratch that. Well, you see, you... Oh, I see. You're wanting to be starring in one of me movies. Thinking you can just bust in on me train and suddenly ask for a role? Do you think making movies comes that easily? To an old bird like me? Oh, great. He's forgotten all about the fact that he hired you yesterday. You hired me yesterday. Sorry, we didn't mean to show up uninvited. It's just, after yesterday at the studio, you told me to meet you on the train today. You said I could be the villain of your movie. Also, you weren't kidding about that dental plan, right? Oh, there we go. Now he's smiling. I wasn't lying about the dental plan. You're gonna make a great plan with me. Just look at what they can do for an old bird like me. I assure you, these teeth are still as sharp as the day I hatched. Day 2 of still not being sure of this guy's actual species. Good to know. So, what about this role in your new movie? Ah, yeah, the movie. Well, there's a little something you should know about that first. You talked about what the movie was about yesterday and what my role was in it, and... Up! Don't
Don't be interrupting me in the middle of speaking just because you got the dental plan explained to you. That doesn't mean nothing.
I thought you said I could have the plan. You see, before anyone can be in any of my movies, they have to go through a wee test to make sure they're ready for the part. They have to be cunning, clever, and crafty. Witty with their decisions. Otherwise, you know what happens to them? They get fired? Nay, another guess. Sent to work for Grooves? Just so they can badmouth me behind me back? Are you crazy? Then I'm not sure what happens. They get tossed off me train and lost in the desert. Oh, so how do you measure that your new actor can be all these things? Ah, so you want to know what to expect. Just so you can cheat your way to getting the role for real. No! Sort of. I don't want to be tossed off the train. I thought Hat Kid and that crow were both joking about that. Do you actually toss unwanted cast members off the train and into the unforgiving desert? Are they ever found? Or wait, is all this just part of the The conductor stares at you as you prattle on and about your inevitable fate. His ears? Question mark? Slowly lower down to the side of his head as the corners of his mouth curl downwards to a frown. A. His loud voice causes you to end your sentence with a shrill shriek. You realize that you haven't breathed in a while and decided to take a gulp of that dry, desert air. Will you quit your jabbering? It's giving me a headache. You don't have to worry about being thrown off me train. I never throw any of me actors off me trains. No point when they can just fly, you know? Right, since everyone here is a bird. Well, on the Owl Express anyway. You're still fairly sure penguins can't fly unless the laws of gravity on this planet don't apply to them. You've proven to me that you're ready for this role. You and the little lassie were able to make your way up to the front of me train and managed to get past that inquisitive owl with some silly little answer. Of course I'd be happy to have you star as the villain in me movie. Wait, what? Really? Your face is currently a mixture of both surprise and fear, which causes the conductor to chuckle a bit. Aye, you're a natural in this actin' thing. You should see your face right now. Of course you weren't going to be thrown off me train. The little lass would never forgive me for that. You breathe a sigh of relief, now knowing you are never in any real danger. Still, this guy's pretty volatile, and you need to be careful with what you say around him, at least until you get to know him better. Who knows when he's joking and when he's not. Ah, speaking of which, where is she? As if on cue, that's when your buddy and the CAW agent enter. So I said that to meet with a good friend would be kept strictly confidential. No one will ever know. I love the artwork.
That's such a silly reason. Oh, hey, Conductor and Faith, how are things?
Note to self, lie to crows. Hat Kid, I've got good news. Your friend's going to be starring in me latest movie starting tomorrow. They've got the stuff for it, and I'm sure they'll make the movie a box office hit. Yeah, what he said.
That's awesome! I bet you're going to want to rest up for your first day of filming, right?
Oh, yeah, I suppose we should be going then. Hey, Conductor, do you have any other names, or... Nay, just call me the Conductor. Huh, alright. Have a good time then. Night then, Conductor. See you tomorrow. Good night, lassie and me new star. You and your wing kid beam back to your spaceship, where she congratulates you.
Seems like you two are getting along pretty well. I'm glad to see things are going good.
Yeah, though I'm a bit nervous about my first day of filming. It's not hard, is it?
Nah, just do whatever he tells ya. It's simple.
Well, alright. Guess I better take it easy for tomorrow then.
See ya. I'll hang around with you on set tomorrow. I'm sure Conductor won't mind.
Sounds fine to me. See you later, Hat Kid. Look at the progress! I'm so mad! I'm so mad that there's not more of this game. Okay. I'm gonna stop this stream. And next time we're gonna do Snatcher's route. Just because I think his minions are so cute. Like, adorable. Like, I mean, like, I want to give them head pats. That's a really weird thing to say. Okay, I'm gonna end the stream before I say something even weirder. Thank you, everybody, so much for watching. Please, as I pull up my recording software, please be kind to others. And, yeah. Bye!